This is your host, Donna Tornoe, giving you, the injured, a voice in the sea of damaged lives by the VA's cornucopia of lies and deceit. We all know now that dioxin was present in Panama, and we intend to have our voices heard. Our voice today is Billy Bradshaw.
Billy was in Panama from 1976 to 1979. He served at Fort Clayton. He was in Special Forces. So he has some pictures to share with us. We're going to take a look at some pictures of the vegetation on in the training areas. Hi, Billy. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Donna.
So, Billy, this first picture that we have up here, could you tell us about it and where that was?
This picture is at the staging area in Hato. It was a training area that we did a lot of RTAPs, or we trained other countries there as well.
Oh, we did.
Yes, yes. And as you can see in the photograph, it's all dead there, where they had cleared the whole staging area, and it's just nothing. But anyway, in the background, you can see how it's green, and then how this is just nothing but dead.
Now, I heard that the jungles in Panama were like the second most junglist in the world. Is that right?
Correct. The second thickest jungle in the world, the first being the Amazon itself.
Right. It was very, very thick. I know that. We went out in the jungle and you couldn't even walk in it. So to have all this dead vegetation just cut out right in the middle of the jungle is just pretty incredible.
Yeah, it is. It's the whatever they use to get rid of the foliage. Yeah, it did a job on it, and this
it worked.
Yes, and this is indicative of what they did on the Ho Chi Minh Trail during Vietnam. If you look at any photographs of the Ho Chi Minh Trail in Cambodia and Laos, it's barren just like that to this day.
Wow. This stuff does last a long time in the soil. In fact, they say it lasts 100 years. But they did have to spray it routinely every few months in certain areas because it would pop back, with all the rain and in the tropics there. So this is just a different view of that picture we just saw of the staging area.
Yes,
correct?
Correct. It's just a different view of it, and it gives you a little bit different how big in comparison with the deuce and a half and trailer.
Oh yeah, because those are really huge trucks, and so that area can fit a lot of trucks and tanks and things.
Correct. And the next,
now,
yeah, this is Rio Hato as well, and as you can see, the tracks in this picture are staging, getting ready to move out, but you can see how everything is dead except for the trees in the background.
mm-hmm.
And
I remember, going out to Fort Sherman and seeing the troops out there, and a lot of the area looked like this, dead, and they're sitting in it, waiting for their next move.
Yes. And the next.
Now, what is this here?
Oh, this is in Rio Hato as well. Now, as you can see, we moved from the staging area, and now we have jungle. And kunai grass or razor grass or elephant grass, whatever you want to call it. But see jungle, and nothing's dead there. And then,
right.
Okay, this is a picture of Rio Hato again, and as you can see, where it's green up on the hill, but down here by this clump brown mess, is a track, one to camouflage tracks, you know.
So under that big old dirt clog there they're standing in front of, there's a track under there?
Yeah, it was all dead vegetation because they couldn't hardly get any green stuff. Being a grader, you have to allow them the opportunity to camouflage their track, but you can see that it is very dead in this area.
It sure is. And what's this here?
This is Rio Hato as well, but it was like on the roadway, and you can see there is no vegetation at all. And the only thing that you can see are the trees in the background, and everything else is just dead.
Wow, that looks like it. I guess this stuff is really poisonous, and from what I researched, it is very poisonous, and it can kill things quickly. But it looks like they'd have to use a lot to do that, but I bet they don't. I bet they only had to use a little bit to kill that much vegetation.
When they spray, the off spray can travel 20, 50 feet or more. If it's a windy day, it can travel, God knows how far. But the effects of the spray were pretty fast. I mean, within hours, you could see it dying.
Wow. Pretty potent stuff.
Correct. And here again is this photograph is in Rio Hato as well. And as you can see, there's no deer. It's just dead grass. I mean, that whole area was pretty much dead when these photos were taken.
Why do you think they wanted to make it so dead? Was it to kill off all the varmints and the snakes and make it more safe for the soldiers, or?
I think the reason being is because we were training foreign soldiers. If something were to happen to them, it could be an international incident.
So instead, they just sprayed the heck out of it with pesticides and herbicides so that it'd kill us later.
Correct. The next photo, that was the Chinooks, and see here where there's only little green in those little valleys, and that's probably where there's water. Everything is dead out there.
Right, which is just remarkable, because even though there's the green there where there's a little bit of standing water, but all this other dead vegetation area gets a tremendous amount of rain every year. So for it not to come back is pretty remarkable.
Yeah. And this is Rio Hato, and you can see are you kidding me? We're having to camouflage a track with dead grass, and there's nothing there, It just looked like one big old pile of grass. Yeah.
Looks like he's looking for twigs to start a fire or something, not to cover a tank.
Well, he was the track commander. He wasn't happy. And in that picture right there, and this is at Rio Hato as well, you can see how all the low-lying vegetation is dead, and only a few trees in the background that are still standing. It's some pretty potent stuff. It kills grass quick.
It does. And what is this here?
This is in Rio Hato as well. They had their guys in to make a perimeter. You're out there digging this foxholes or something to make a position, and you can see that it's all dead. And they're out there going, man, you got to be kidding. And, and in the tree line, vegetation line, you see they're green, but there's a lot of it that's been dead. It's just dead and spray.
There's nothing like camping in the jungle there in the dead grass, huh?
Happy that.
What do we have here?
That's a picture where they sprayed. It's all dead.
Wow, yeah.
Are still, it didn't get down into the roots far enough to kill them, but you see on the along that tree line, you can see where the trees that were killed by spraying and what have you. This driver's, he was like, you can see the dead grass that he has on the front of it. He was like telling me to, I'm not happy with this.
That's all there was to hide that big track.
Yeah. And that's him. And you can see that everything is dead around the track area. And they were there shaving and eating and,
living and breathing that stuff.
Yeah. And this is a picture of a tree, and there's a snake hanging in the tree. As you can see, the tree and the snake is dead. So it was pretty gnarly out there, I'll tell you.
Pretty strong stuff too to be able to kill. That's a boa constrictor. To be able to kill a boa constrictor. Do you think it was killed by him or by the spraying?
I don't know. I just took the picture. The guy was there.
Cool picture.
Yeah. And this is another picture at Hato. This is the staging area. This is a picture of one of my buddies, Mad Dog. It's just dead all the way around there.
Doesn't make it look like a jungle, when you look at it like this. It's unbelievable that this was in Panama.
Yeah, it's not like on the Atlantic side, it was more triple canopy side. This was on the Pacific side, so.
I was just going to remark that it's, on the Pacific side, it was a little more open than the Atlantic side. The Atlantic side, we had all the swampy, kind of triple canopy jungle. I mean, you only went on the roads. I mean, you couldn't transverse through the jungle.
Right. And this was a medevac. I guess they're waiting on a helicopter or something to come pick them up. But you can see,
that wasn't you when you were hurt, right?
No, that wasn't me. No. When I got hurt, there was no pictures at all. Here again, this is Hato, and as you can see, it stripped that little tree just to get what green foliage is on that track. This is a picture of me. I got injured. I was at the Empire Range on the range. See in this picture, the ranges there were sprayed. You're moving people in and out. You got high explosives, and so they kept the ranges pretty clean with defoliant or fire. Sometimes
right. Well, I I imagine if you guys are working with explosives, they don't want anything to catch on fire, so they'd want to keep it pretty clean. But it looks like if it was all dead vegetation like this, might
Yeah.
start a fire pretty good.
Well, the grenade range itself was watered down. So when they would throw the grenades, it would stick in the mud. But
Hmm.
you can see all around it here in this video or in this picture that it's dead, where they have sprayed.
Right, right. Now that looks like the tank is on a road there. Is that a concrete road or?
No, that's gravel.
Oh, okay. They're just the roads that the military built to get in there, huh?
Yeah, that they'll tear a road so quick it is unreal.